Hey guys, I'm Olleh from Golden Guardians. I'm here to teach you Thresh today.
Me? Mad? Quite likely.
The reason why I like to play Thresh is Thresh, the skills are really perfect for support. So it's like with Lantern you can save like whoever's so far away from your teammates or having dangerous position, you can save. And his play and hook like always can impact a lot in team fight or early skirmish fight. And ult is like people kinda underestimate ult, but it has like really lots of damage. So yeah, I think Thresh has been always great champion, but nowadays Riot realized it's so OP, so they just like nerf a lot. But Thresh is the champion which made me a pro player. So yeah, Thresh is one of my best champion and my favorite champions. I think before Thresh was really OP before the Riot nerf, but nowadays you have to play really carefully because once you make a mistake as a Thresh, you're gonna lose the game. So I think if you understand how to play Thresh, it'll be really easy for you to climb because this champion is like really like impact game like from early game to mid late game. So yeah, I recommend to play Thresh. Thresh runes are, I think I will go, usually there are two ways, I think three ways. So nowadays I'm using the Glacier Thresh, so I go like this. And I was actually adopting about the Glacier, but I think whenever I use more and more Glacier rune, it just really creates so many opportunities to make a play. And the other rune is like Guardian Thresh. So this is a really basic rune. So people can go for Guardian and then always play like, it's like okay. I think Guardian rune is like really stable rune compared to Glacier. So Glacier can help your teammates, but Guardian is actually help for yourself too because it gives you both shield for your teammates and yourself. So I think stable wise, I think Guardian, but to make a play more, I think Glacier is better. So I think most of the time I go this way and I always look for make a play. When you play Thresh, you like 90% you should go Ignite because it's like Thresh always has to make a snowball from early game because it's really strong in early game but kinda getting weaker and weaker late. So you should go Ignite and then try to make a snowball with the making kills. So yeah. I think Deep Terror Thresh this one because I've been using this for a long time. This was the first skin of Thresh, and then yeah, from even when I was just a no name, I was using this skin. Usually people don't know the Thresh E passive. So Thresh E passive is up to your AD damage. So instead of going Relic Shield, you should go the Shoulder Guard because your AD does like 2 times damage. So instead of going AP, you should think about getting AD. Early game, Thresh always can pressure because you have a really strong auto attack and then you have longer range than like most of support. So you always play really aggressive and then always try to auto attack on their carries or support because whenever your passive come up, you just does really strong damage. And then always look for hook on the bush. Like don't throw the hook in front of their face. Sometimes maybe hit, but like most of the time it's gonna miss. So always control the bush and then just take the fight with the hook first. Yeah, usually hook like this. It's like it's hard to guess when Thresh gonna hook if Thresh not showing on the bush. So they're gonna kind of shaky if you are just staying on the bush. So usually Thresh has to go the length. So even though they put ward around the bush, you can always remove the ward and then always look for hook from the bush. Early game you are really strong, so always try to auto attack on their AD or their like support is fine. Just always give them pressure. You don't need to orient, but because you are strong in early game, enemy is not gonna like try to answer the wave. They try to just like, you know, pull the wave because they don't want to die against Thresh. So when you push the wave, you have a time to move around. So that's the moment you can start to roam. So just make sure your AD is safe and then push all the way, and then you can start to move around like their jungler, or you go to their mid and then try to kill their mid or jungle. Thresh is the champion can always like guarantee you gank, because once usually Thresh by move issues and then it always like creates the like gank angle, so you can I think always gank if there's the number advantage. Most of the time I go mob issues, mobility boots first, and then usually people choose Rocket or Shuralia, but I think I like Rocket more than Shuralia because it's really make like after Riot nerfed Thresh was really like squishy, but Rocket at least make it a bit tankier, so I go Rocket second. And then second item is like kind of hard, but I think you don't want to go Nightfall because when you have a mobility shoes, you lose your move speed once your AD get hit. So I like to go Redemption and like this, Redemption, Rocket first and Redemption, and I don't know, you can go like third item because it's really late game. I think third item is up to situation, so you can go like Randuin if they have like lots of AD, or you can just go Jig for more damage. It's situational, so it's hard to say what item you should go. But if really you have nothing to go, I might just go, you know, this chain item. It's most efficient item, so I buy this. So, and then last item will be this. Yeah, so this will be full item. So I always put the Rocket and Redemption like this. This is actually a good question because before people were maxing Flay first, because whenever you max E, you have more auto attack damage. But nowadays it's really hard to just like trade a lot because like Thresh is not tanky as before. So nowadays I start to max W because like W is like 100% you can hit on your ally, right? So you are not wasting your lantern most of the time. But it's like if you max like Q first, it's like it has really like short cooltime, but also if you miss at really important time, it's like this skill is just useless. So I think stable wise, I think lantern max is always better. And then I think after max W, I will go Q, and then just max Flay at the last. So Thresh is not the champion you can actually like play like Nautilus or Leona. You just like throw your body to make a play. It's not. Thresh always has to move around the map and then create the number advantage. Especially you have to use your lantern to, like your lantern is like always bring your teammates into this like situation. So you can always move around the map like faster than, you know, enemy. So you always go move around the map with the jungler or AD carry, and then just like always make a fight first. It's like because you have a one more number advantage. So yeah, instead of going straight 5v5, it's just better to make a roam and then just like start to fight with that number. And then when it comes to team fight, Thresh is not usually not is Thresh fair to make a play because they think they're tanky enough and they just throw hook in front of their face when it comes to 5v5, but that's actually really dangerous. So I think 5v5 you should always play around the lantern and they just play kind of safe unless your teammates just going first. So yeah, just don't try to force engage or just Thresh, or like if you're using the what's that control map and then just hook from the nowhere, I think that's fine. But straight 5v5 always play second engager, so you don't go first. I think when it comes to like 30-minute, usually support is like just like 300 gold for like, you know, the carries. So you always have to play kind of not safe, but it's like always put the position where enemy is not gonna attack you. So always play safe side and then just like play lantern with your AD carry. Your job just like in early game, Thresh can always look for a hook and then just make a play. But mid-late game, it's just better to always play around the lantern. So your job just change from super aggressive to kind of defensive late game. Usually the combo is just like Q first and then ER something. I mean, it's just our situational, so it's hard to say what combo is the best. But usually what I do is I just Q, R, E, Olleh. This is like full damage. The stuff I can tell you is when you're actually moving around the map, your Q can be kind of dash skill. So instead of always look for a hook, you can use Q on dragon and then just like, you know, move around the map like this. So yeah, it's like, it just like, if you understand this Q more, then it feel like you have one more move skill. So always when you run away, just use Q on the monsters or minions. Always just like run around. So yeah, this will help you to kind of escape from some really like important situation. The prediction of hook is like, there are 3 type of player. Always don't juke. There's one guy never juke. So when you throw the hook, you realize this guy never juke. So you just hook straight. This guy gonna get hooked. Second guy, usually it happen in Korean Challenger, always try to juke. It's like always move left or move right. And yeah, it's like you hook like 2 or 3 times and then you just realize this guy heavy is like always move left. So, and then you just start to hook left side, he just get hooked. So, and the third is like usually happen from the pro player. It's like they always kind of do rock, scissors, paper to me. It's like sometimes move left, sometimes he move right, you know, move. He jump, sometimes just he stop move. So it's just like kind of like rock, scissors, paper, you know. So yeah, that is kind of hard one, but sometimes he just make a stupid mistake, you just hook when the game is just over. Because for Thresh's side, if you miss hook, it's fine. But like for 80, if you get hooked and you die, this game is just boom, right? So Thresh side don't need to feel that much pressure like when you throw hook. Okay, so the key thing about Thresh, this champion is always great because even though Riot nerfed the damage or cooldown, this champion has just like really insane skill tree. So like it's always you can first pick or blind pick, even as a counter pick. Like I think Thresh is always good to go, but it just now it's kind of hard to play this champion because it's kind of squishy compared to all other tank support. So if you want to play Thresh, you have to play a bit more, like not slow, but try to play smart. It's like usually you miss hook, it's still fine. It's like a blitz crank. It's like if you hit just once well at really important time, it's just like you just win the game. So when you play Thresh, don't feel pressure or like feel hurry. Before Thresh was like really aggressive champion, always throw hook first, but nowadays Thresh is more likely defensive champion. I think when you play Thresh, play slow. I don't want you to just like play too slow, but always feel like just wait for the important moment. Then I believe you can hook at the right time and game just boom. Yeah. So this was my Thresh guideline video. You guys can give me comments about what you want me to do in the future. I will definitely want to do it again. So thank you for watching my guideline and see you again.